Hey, what's up, guys? So today I want to talk about 10 facts that make programming a great career pick. Number one at the top of the list, problem solving is fun. So problem solving in computer programming is kind of like if you think of like a puzzle, you're going to always be trying to accomplish a goal. There's always a goal in mind in software engineering. And the problems are many times unique because they may, even though they may have been solved somewhere else by someone else, that information is not necessarily shared, so you're going to have to solve it. You're going to have to figure out how to make things secure, how to make things fast, how to actually even just make it work. And the other thing about it that makes programming fun is that you get to shape and mold, and you can think of it in many different ways because in many ways, programming is like art. You kind of you solve the problem, maybe you solve it in a brute force approach, and then you solve it in a way that is more that is cleaner, more straightforward, more maintainable, and or sometimes maybe you have to make it faster. And there are many things that will keep you from hitting that goal or obstacles along the way that you have to solve. And if you like problem solving, well, that makes it fun. Point number two, wages are great when you start off and they get even better. I think right now the average is somewhere around 65 to 70,000 just starting off, and you can get into the field, but they get even better after you've been in 5 years, 10 years. You can easily, as a senior software engineer, make over 100,000 a year. There's things that you have to do along the way to get that, but you will get that. And there is a great demand for it. So the wages are great. Point number three, employers in the tech industry appreciate their employees. And part of the reason for that is because it's very profitable. Is there's a lot of thinking involved, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of stress that you put on your mind to think and solve those problems. So the employers, all they want to do is, hey, keep their software engineers happy, give them the training that they need, give them the time off that they need, give them the freedom to take care of not just the work, but sometimes the family. They really bend over backwards to keep those software engineers happy. And that's because software engineers, even though they are well paid, they make them a lot of money. So employers tend to make their employees happy. I've been in places where they have many perks. They even have ping pong tables, pool tables. I've been in places where they even have someone come around and give uh, back rubs and stuff like that, and you make the appointment and all of that, and just to keep the employees happy. Also, I've been in places where they give you free snacks and free beverages and coffee and all of that. You don't have to even pay for that. Sometimes they're very flexible if you have to have an appointment or take some time off or just different things. Employers know that if they take care of their employees, and at least in the tech industry, that they will have happier employees. Point number four, there are many different careers within the software industry. So don't think if you go into programming that you're going to be solving one type of problem. For example, there's game development. Within game development, there's different things that you may be doing, creating the engine, creating the graphics, creating the game logic. There may be opportunities for line of business application. And then there's industries within that. What are you going to be working in the stock market, trading, you may be working on in human resources software, payroll software, insurance software. You may be working in logistics software. You may be working in customers, storefronts, anything. There's so many opportunities within, and then there's engines and the tools and things that run behind the scenes that we're not even aware of, that run behind the scenes, like the things that serve your web pages. They're there and we use them every day, but we may not be aware of them. So there's many opportunities. And right now, one of the big things that's kicking off is machine learning and artificial intelligence, which is really the future. So there are many opportunities, many different opportunities within the career of software development. Point number five, you gain valuable knowledge and skills and experience as a software developer. Why? Well, because the knowledge that you carry, you can't just pick it up. You know, the software development is one of those industries where they actually pay you to learn, because you're always going to run into different things. You're always going to need things that need to be upgraded. So you're learning. Guess what? You're getting paid to learn. Even after you've already gone to school, you have that knowledge. But when you go into the software industry, you still have to continue learning. Guess what? There's barriers to entry in any career, any job, or any not job opportunity, but any kind of entrepreneurial venture opportunity has some barrier to entry. And for technology, for many people, the barrier to entry is the knowledge, the skill to be able to create an application, an app, anything. So now you have that knowledge, you can actually teach it, you can sell it as a service, you can sell your knowledge. There's many opportunities with that. So the knowledge that you gain, you can actually, if you're smart about it, you can actually leverage it to do other things. Point number 6, you don't even need a degree to be a software engineer. Many careers require a degree, but software engineer doesn't even require that. You could actually be self-taught. You can go to a boot camp. You can actually take a bunch of courses, do a lot of them on your own, and you don't even have to necessarily work for someone. You may start off as a freelancer, and as a freelancer, you can actually gain business. You don't need a degree to be in it. You don't have to go to school for 4 years. You may actually go to a boot camp for 3 to 6 months, or you may actually learn online, or you may actually start by playing around with it, and then starting a freelancer business. Point number 7, it challenges your mind. When you work in software development, you're always going to run into problems. You're going to run into problems of, how do I make this thing even work? That's one type of problem. The other problem that you may run into is, why doesn't this work? Why there may be a bug in the underlying technology that you're using, or they may work a certain way, a quirky way, or there may be problems because you have limitations on how you're communicating with someone else in order to get the information. There's just so many different problems that you run into on a day-to-day basis, and it challenges your mind. So it's a good thing because it keeps your mind sharp. Point number 8, you are always learning. As a software engineer, right now you see a few books behind me, and I just moved recently, but I used to have a whole library, and actually that was a reduced version. I had hundreds of books, and I've actually narrowed it down because I've read those books, I got the information that I needed from them, and then, you know, I don't necessarily need them. You can find everything on the web. The problem with the web is that you don't know where to begin. It's not well structured. So you actually need books. You need to be learning. With that said, you're always learning. So if you enjoy learning and how to create things and all of those things, it makes you a creator, and you have to continually learn. And if you find learning fun, well, that's a great point for making it a good career choice. Point number 9. This is a very important point. Software development, software is just the future. It's in everything. It's going to be in robots, it's going to be in machines, it's going to be in your home automation, in your refrigerators, and your toasters, and your cars, in the lights, in everything. I mean, traffic lights, say anything, software is going to be part of that. So it is the future. And if you have your hand in the future, you're guaranteed to always have an opportunity to make money, even without an employer or with an employer. There are just so many opportunities because that's the future. But even now, people complain about, oh, there's no jobs, or the jobs don't pay. There are jobs. The software industry is one of those career fields where you will not have a hard time finding a job. And it's also the future. And there are just so many opportunities. So that is a great point for becoming a software engineer. Point number 10. There is unlimited growth potential in software engineer. You may start your career as a programmer and do that for a long time, become a senior, make good money, but then eventually you may want to become a manager, a technical manager, a technical lead, and then management, and maybe at that point program manager. So you can grow in the corporate ladder. Corporate structure is one way, but the other thing is, you can actually become an entrepreneur. There are many well-known people today, and some not so well-known, that made a lot of money, had a very successful career because they started with technology. There's many people that you may not know of that started with technology. I mean, you can go down the list with Zuckerberg, Jobs, Elon Musk. I mean, you name it. And those are the big ones. There's a lot of little ones that you don't even know that created certain products and they were really successful with that. So anyway, those are my 10 points for making software development a great career opportunity. If you enjoy this video, smash that thumbs like. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, any critiques, drop them down below. If you have any questions that you want answered, let me know. So thanks for watching.